Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on using vMix to stream to the Mimic platform using RTMP. Before we start, feel free to have a look at our help document regarding SRT and RTMP upstream settings. So there you'll see how the various renditions work, how you choose your encoding region, your encoder settings, and the various resolutions and bit rates. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Stage Control, click on Broadcast. In the top right-hand corner, we'll add an input, and we'll choose RTMP. And let's call this Test. We're going to click on Next. Now this will take us to a window, essentially giving us two options. The one option is Testing RTMP, and the other one is I understand how RTMP works. Now it's important to know how this works because there is a cost associated with your stream. So if you're testing RTMP, I suggest using Test RTMP. This stream will automatically shut down after 30 minutes, whereas if you choose the I understand how RTMP works, that stream will remain live until you delete it. Let's go and click on Testing RTMP and click on Next. In step 3, you'll see the various encoding options available to you. Now this is entirely up to you as to which resolutions and bitrates you want to make available to your viewing audience. I'm going to leave it at the default. Then I'll go ahead and click on Other Settings. And we'll go and choose the region that's closest to us. I'm going to leave the segment length at 4 seconds. And then under the Quality tab, I'm going to leave it at Live Standard. That should be fine for most instances. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and click on Add. Now this is going to take around 2 minutes or so. You'll see a pop-up that says that it's being processed. Basically what is happening in the background while you wait. I'm going to close this for now. If ever you want to come back to this, you can simply click on the gear icon here in the bottom right of the stream that you've set up. I'm now going to go over to vMix, and this is essentially just running a loop that I've set up. You'll see that there's a bit of audio playing. I'm just going to delete the settings that I have over here. So these settings will be provided by Mimic once the stream's set up. I'm going to stream this as an H.264 at 1080p at 6 megabits per second. I'm going to make sure that Use Hardware Encoding is activated. If you click on the gear icon, you'll see various other settings. I'm going to change my profile over here to Main. Let's just quickly pop back and refer to our settings over here. So I want an H.264 4.1 for 30 frames per second. The H.264 profile needs to be high or main. We recommend a 2-second keyframe interval and a constant bitrate or CBR. So let's change this level to 4.1. Over here our keyframe frequency is already set to 2 seconds. And I'll choose strict CBR. And let's go ahead and save that. Okay, let's go back to our stream that's being set up. As you can see over here, we have all our details needed to set up the stream. I'm going to copy the RTMP URL. We'll go back to vMix and we'll paste it here where it says URL. We'll go back to our encoding details. I'm going to copy the stream key and paste it here where it says stream name or key. Just before I do that, these two links over here, the HLS player and the dash player, will allow you to see the player in two different ways. If you're familiar with using the HLS or dash manifest, these are the two URLs that you'll be using. Now this is useful if you're only going to be using Mimic for encoding and you are going to use another player to play outside of Mimic. Okay, I'm going to close that. And then when we go back to vMix, let's just start the stream. Now once this turns red in vMix, you'll know that the stream is working. And if we click on the preview stage icon, you'll see that the encoder is running. And there we go. This is a great way to check that the stream is actually working before we go and activate the stage. If we click and hold on activate, you can see that our stream is now live. A quick tip, the best way to know whether things are working is just head back over to vMix and just make sure that the stream icons are red. You can also get a bit more detail if you click on the stream in the bottom over here and click on View Status. And this will basically give us a log file or log view of what exactly is going out. If at any point you see a message buffering, that means that it is having trouble sending those packets. Now let's say you're done with this particular asset. You can go ahead and activate another stage. Now let's say your stream is over. You can go ahead and click on the gear icon and then delete encoding. And then from vMix, you can go ahead and stop the stream. And that's it. That is how you stream from vMix to Mimic.